Hey y'all, my name is Lauren, and I wanted to wrap up the very first series on my blog entitled Unpacking. So if you follow me on social media, then you know that over the last 2 months, I've been going through this whole unpacking who Lauren is. This all came about just from a prayer, honestly, and God very clearly telling me that He needed me to move. And it all made sense after a little bit more digging and praying about it, that God was telling me one of the reasons He needed me to move is because I was just like in this cramped box, okay? And in the box, I don't know if you've ever felt this way, but in this box, I just felt like all of me was just cramped in there. And if you've ever moved, then you know that a lot of times when you're actually going through the unpacking part of it, you find that you have some things that, obviously that you need, and then you have other things where it's like, why in the world did I pack that? And then you have other things that are just downright trash. Well, in this box that I felt trapped in, very much so the same thing that I found just from this whole unpacking series. And so what I really just wanted to do was just share some of, honestly, what I was going through in my life, be as transparent as possible, and if it can bless you, then, the more the better. But honestly, I think writing is definitely an outlet for me, but being able to just share some of the things that I'm going through is definitely something that's needed, not only, to help others, of course, but honestly to help me. I've never done, well, I won't say I've never done a video, but this is my, my first series. So I just want to conclude with the video, with this whole unpacking series. So one of the things that I've unpacked was a lot of the fear. So whether that fear was whether that fear was realizing that I care so much about what other people think, also caring about wasting my time, and then also the fear of failure. It's definitely been a challenging and but a really rewarding time in my life to be able to unpack all these things, because not only when you get things out in the open do you feel better, but when you get things out in the open, you actually allow, light to be shed on them. And when you have things that you're able to, for light to be shed on them, no longer are they just filled in, encapsulated in darkness. Like, you're able to talk about them, you're able to have a real conversation. And for me, it was being able to have that real and honest conversation, not only with myself, but with God. And for me, that was super impactful. So I'm very grateful, to unpack things like that. And also, the name of my blog is laurenrelinquish.com. So relinquish because there's so much of me that stays bottled up and wants to, control everything. And I want things to go this way. But Proverbs 16:9 says, we can make our plans, but the Lord orders our steps. And in that same way, it's like, okay, chill out, The way that I always think things, should go is not necessarily how they need to be. And so that was another thing, of course, that I continue to unpack, is really just relinquishing control and allowing God to just lay things out how He wants to. And I mean, if you know anything, about a relationship with God and how God works, then you know absolutely that He does things the way that He wants to do them. So, we can think things look right on our side, or this is how they should be. However, if you actually open yourself up and allow God to order them how He wants them to be, you're definitely blessed because of it. And I speak from personal experience, especially lately, just very at a place where I have a lot of peace and joy about something that's happened in my life, and it's just like, okay, that didn't happen how I thought it would happen, but at the end of the day, it's what's supposed to be. So I just definitely feel thankful and very grateful for that. Let's see, as far as other parts of the unpacking, I don't know, if anything, I just keep thinking how it's just been such a blessing to literally have this word and continue to try and live it out day by day. Because there's times where, I want to stay in my own little box, or, kind of just secluded. I think that's what it is. It's like a part of me that just wants to stay secluded and in my own little area. But having this, this word, a lot of times it would convict me, because I'd be wanting to do something and it'd be like, aren't you supposed to be unpacking? And I'd be like, yes, Yes, you're right. You are supposed to be unpacking. So we had to, change some behavior. So there's been a lot of change in behavior as far as attitude changes. And if anything I can share with you, I would just definitely encourage you. Whatever God is telling you to do it. Like, just do it. Don't think, twice, 3 times, 4 times. I know that's hard and it's easier said than done. But what I'm saying is just literally just do it. If he's telling you to unpack. He's saying it for a reason, right? If he's telling you to go, I don't know, move, do it. If he's telling you to go on a mission trip, do it. Like, just do it. I'm telling you, he's a faithful God. He's just awesome, and he knows way more than you do. So, I mean, if he's telling you to do something, he's definitely saying it for a reason. So, I definitely suggest getting on his page. I know that I benefited, from it right now in this season of my life, and I'm super grateful. So, unpacking continues to be another part of my life in which I have to continue to do, because it doesn't just end, right? Just because the series is ending. So I definitely encourage you to continue to unpack, relinquish, just give God your all, and yes, be blessed. And check out parts 1 through 4 on my blog, www.laurenrelinquished.com.
God, you making me better, you making me better, and you choose to do it however, whenever, wherever. God, you making me better, you making me better, and you choose to do it however.